What's up, FHS? My name's Dayton Kinnan.
And I'm Morgan Short.
This week on BKTV, we'll be covering the recent Night of Terror, followed by checking in on the Cooking Club, then our global news segment called Stuff That Matters, a sports update, and to finish it all off, a segment over school safety.
But first, all this and more on
BKTV Live. I'm glad to be back, but first, before we get into all of our segments, a special shout out to Mr. Laurie, the BKTV teacher. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to show off my Halloween costume this year.
I'm excited for most of our show, but I'm more excited about the dinosaur I'm about to be.
It's a little scary. Will there be compensation for my fear?
Getting right into our segments.
Stuco's wide variety of events is seen all throughout our school year, from the well-known dances to the haunted tour of our beloved high school. Corbin Hafley and Chandler Connor have all the details.
Stuco is well known for their elaborate and well thought out events. Many wonder, how do they plan these events, and what has to happen for them to be put into fruition? Senior Stuco member Lily Miller says there's a process to get ideas submitted.
It's kind of the same. You just have to have an idea that maybe you want to do, and then you have to take it to Miss Allen or Miss Chilton or any of the Stuco officers, and if they like it, they'll meet separately, and if it's something we can do, again, they'll just take it to Stuco, and we can vote on it. If anyone has any ideas, they can incorporate that into it, and then we just do it.
After hearing about the then upcoming Night of Terror, Stuco sponsor, Mrs. Allen, gave us a better grasp on what goes on behind the curtain when it comes to planning events like this.
I talked to a student, and I brought up how I thought it would be cool if we did like a haunted house for a fundraiser, and the student really liked it, so I brought it up to Miss Chilton. Miss Chilton really liked it, my co-sponsor. So then we brought it up to the student council office, and then they really liked it as well, so then we brought it up to the admin, and then they approved of it.
After getting the ball rolling on an event, Stuco has to be able to fund these projects. They try not to go outside their budget.
Dances, there's barely many decorations, so it really doesn't cost anything. And then boograms, we buy what we sell. And then Night of Horror is a little bit different because we're having our decorations donated to us.
The last step to getting an event ready is getting enough Stuco volunteers to show up.
Mainly the officers do most of it, because they have to carry the money, and then they have to do all the notes for it, and they have to, officiate everything, take it to admin. Every Stuco member has an opportunity to provide their input, and if they don't like something, they can try to change it. We all have to participate. In Stuco, you have a minimum amount of hours you have to give to the club. Everyone participates at some point.
If you ever find yourself at a student council event, remember how much work was put into creating the project. Reporting for BKTV News, I'm Chandler Connor.
Stuco events happen all year, so next time you hear about one, check it out.
The Cooking Club has started up here at FHS. Libby Abel and Savannah Walker have the story.
Of Farmington High School's newest clubs, students can expand their knowledge on cooking and different recipes. Miss Eden is the Family and Consumer Science instructor here at FHS.
With my classes, with Foods 1 and Foods 2, we had a lot of kids that love the cooking experience, but we're very limited into what we can do during the class time. With 50 minutes, and you've got to be able to prep, cook, and clean up in the 50 minutes, 55 minutes. It just really limited us on what we were able to do. So I thought a cooking club to where we'd have a little more time. We'd have the option to do more recipes, different things that we wouldn't have the ability to do during class, would reach more students.
The cooking club will meet in Miss Eden's room, 118. That way students can take advantage of the classroom designed specifically for cooking.
Because this is where the kitchens are. We were going to meet Thursdays after school, once or twice a month. It probably won't be every week. We'll just kind of see what the needs of the club members are. If different days work better for other people, we can switch. But I think right now the schedule works best for Thursday after school, probably 2 times a month.
It is not limited to simplistic selections, and it encourages students to make things with different ingredients.
Okay, so we tried this 2 years ago, and we made, we did some grilled cheese, and we tried different recipes to see, like, what's the best type of cheese, what's the best type of bread, what's the best way to put it together, and like we did taste tests in each other's grilled cheeses to come up with what is our best way to make your grilled cheese. We did homemade pasta, where we rolled out the noodles ourselves and then did a store-bought sauce just for the sake of time. But there were some kids that tried some different Thai recipes and different Japanese recipes, like homemade dumplings, and then some homemade noodles and things like that. So we are very much driven by the interest of the people in the group. We are limited by budget to a sense, but a lot of times when you're making things from scratch, you can make it a whole lot cheaper than buying it from the store or buying it from a restaurant anyway.
So if you want to learn more about cooking, email your questions to Miss Eden. This has been Libby Abel and Savannah Walker reporting for BKTV Live.
You don't have to have or have had the cooking class at FHS, but it sure helps. If you would like to join, just show up at a meeting after school.
Now we move into our national and global news segment called Stuff That Matters.
The next 3 amendments being brought into question in this year's ballot will be covering our Amendment 7 that will make sure that there are no more candidate rankings. Ranked choice voting would also be banned where it has not already been banned, meaning someone could not list all of the candidates they like and would be forced to pick only one. The amendment also ensures only one vote a person, as well as requiring parties to dwindle their list to a single candidate. Becky Arps with Americans for Citizen Voting supports this amendment. Proposition A will raise the minimum wage to $13.75 an hour in 2025, as well as encourage the minimum wage to be adjusted along with the Consumer Price Index in 2027. All employers will be to provide 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours worked. Allow the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations to provide oversight and enforcement to exempt government figures, political subdivisions, school districts, and education institutions from these changes. Amendment 1 will grant the General Assembly the authority to exempt property used for child care outside of their homes by general law from the assessment and collection of taxes. Amendment 4 will also allow the General Assembly to increase the minimum funding for a police force established by the State Board of Police Commissioners to ensure additional resources to serve the community.
Missouri has now announced a change in the driving tests. Chief Examiner Tammy Harris has said that this new system will be much easier and will make things go much smoother for those who are getting their license. The test will go directly from the test site to the License Bureau. The new system will also be making the tests more inclusive by making the test in 20 different languages, including American Sign Language, says Madison Stewart from KFVS. This change will close down the driving test centers on November 7th and 8th.
2 drop boxes in Vancouver, Washington were damaged in the result of a suspected arson attack just a week before Election Day. In Portland, Oregon, the fire suppression system worked to limit to only 3 ballots getting damaged in a similar attack. Authorities are reviewing the footage to determine who is responsible. Police said the fires were connected to the October 8th incident, where another arson attack started in a different drop box in Vancouver. During the October 8th fire, hundreds of ballots were lost in the attack. The Dropbox security is starting to secure the ballot boxes by putting them in high-traffic areas that are familiar to voters, and they are locking the non-staff boxes and installing surveillance cameras, as well as confining the boxes to public areas during business hours.
To finish off this news segment, we will be giving you some Halloween safety tips. 1. Stay alert for trick-or-treaters and other pedestrians.
2. Slow down and scan the road. Slower speeds save lives.
3. Watch for younger trick-or-treaters in unexpected areas. Children may be unaware of traffic and unexpectedly run through the road.
4. Contact law enforcement if you see any suspicious activities or dangerous driving.
And remember, parents deserve candy too.
For our next segment, we move into school safety. Dayton and I dive deeper into how our school protects the students and staff.
Over the past few years, the Farmington School District and other nearby schools have seen an influx in threats on social media. However, most of these threats are merely rumors spread through social media. The district uses incoming information from various resources sent to them in order to be prepared for anything and everything. Communication plays an important role in keeping students and staff safe.
It is working with students, and we're going to be doing more to let students know how harmful it can be to spread rumors or to continue to post or repost threats that may be out there that may not have anything to do with the school, but then all of a sudden becomes Farmington related, for either nefarious reasons or because people are worried.
Farmington is not the only school forced to deal with threats. Other schools, such as North County, West County, and Central, have investigated threats multiple times just this year in order to locate the threat and handle it efficiently and safely.
Those are the different steps we take. Anytime we come across a threat, we try to be very transparent about what's going on, share as much information as we can. So we put together information, share out pretty specifically what's happened so that they know what's going on and they feel confident to just keep doing their job, being in their classroom, focused on students. And so we want them to share whatever that they hear, and we'll take it from there, and they can focus on doing the great job they're doing in the classroom.
The school administration uses every resource available to them to handle these situations. Parents are also concerned about remaining up to date on the imposing threats, as well as ensuring their child's safety.
So we utilize a variety of communication methods. Remind is our number one way of messaging parents about anything important, whether it's a weather day, school cancellation, or any kind of safety update. It's going to go out on Remind. Parents have 3 options in Remind. They can either download the app, they can sign up for text messages, or they can receive the messages as an email. And so that is the first way that we send things out. And then we also utilize, when appropriate, social media and our website live feed.
This has been Morgan Short and Dayton Kennan for BKTV.
Thank you to everyone who participated, and remember to make good use of our tip line you can find on our school website.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. See you all again at the same time next time. This has been Dayton Kennan
And Morgan Short on
BKTV Live.